Let me pull up the chat. Let's get active tonight, my good people. Um, as you can see, I'm not in my normal setup. Okay, this is not the normal set, but the set is the people. Okay, all right. The set is the people. We can have the set anywhere. The set is you guys showing up, getting active in the chat. Cause I'm gonna do my thing. You feel me? We gonna talk. I'm gonna give you my breakdown, give you my analysis, my expert opinion. But the set is you guys. So come on in. Come on in. We got a little break. All right. It's the bye week before Super Bowl. So we got a little break. We can relax. There's no Monday Night Football. There's no college championship. We got some time to relax. So kick your feet up. Let's enjoy the set for tonight. Okay. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Bear with me. So first off, appreciate you all. Thank you all for all my viewers, my subscribers. Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's keep growing, keep building. On our way to 20,000 subscribers. We're on our way to 20K already, guys. This is it's fire. I'm telling you. I'm humbly appreciative of all of it. So you guys continue to share the show. We're doing a big giveaway for 20,000 subscribers. So be on the lookout for that. More information coming. Make sure you're following the socials too. Hold on a second, producers. My guys, the chat is asking where am I? Can you see me? Can you guys see me, or is the stream good? Let me know. Somebody in the chat, let me know. Is the stream good? I'm not home. Unfamiliar territory right now, as far as the set goes. Are we good on the stream? Okay. All right. No, we're good. We're good. Payo says we're good. Jeremiah says we're good. Okay. All right, we're good. Kanye, fish sticks. Okay. All right, appreciate you. My yeah. I'll get to it. I appreciate you all. I'm not in Dallas. I'm not at home. I'm at Marcus Williams' house, actually. So I'm West Coast with it. I've been trying to get back to Dallas since Saturday. The weather is terrible, and I'm not gonna complain and make this about me at all. I wasn't able to get back home, so me, my producers, my little brother Marcus Williams allowed me to use his set. I'm repping his brand, but I know it's people that's dealing with real struggles in their traveling situation. So I'm good. I'm good. I'll get home eventually. My hard head kids, I'll get back to them as soon as possible. But for now, I am in Cali. I feel bad because the rest of Dallas they're stuck. They're quarantined, essentially. So, all right, let's get to the show. We had a fire slate of games yesterday. AFC Championship, Broncos, Patriots, NFC Championship, Seahawks, Rams, round 3 was fire. Fire. Everything that we could have asked for. Me personally, and I'm be honest, I wanted the Broncos to go. I did. I wanted the Broncos to go. I'll talk about that game more in a second when I get Cameron Wolf from NFL Network. He will be joining the live. And matter of fact, bear with me again. I got to make sure Cam will be ready so I can send him the link. Josh, send the link to my other phone for me, please, so I can send it over to Cam Wolf. So, yeah, once we get to the Broncos, the Patriots-Broncos game, I'm going to have Cam Wolf come on so we can talk about that. Nick Underhill will be here in the middle of the show. We'll talk AFC and NFC Championship and a few more things that's circulating around the league. But this NFC Championship game, it was everything we could ask for. As a football fan, no matter who's your team, no matter if you're a Rams guy, Seahawks guy, 49er, it don't matter. That was high quality football, high level football. Your superstars came to play. Great players played great. Just guys really giving everything they got. 4 quarters. And honestly speaking, the better team won. The best team won. Honestly speaking, I think Seahawks are, and I picked the Rams. So I thought the Rams getting a chance to go back to Seattle one more time. Matt Stafford and his greatness in pursuit of another championship and in pursuit of cementing his Hall of Fame career. Sean McVay cementing his Hall of Fame career. I really did think that the Rams would be able to go up to Seattle and get it done in an upset. And I know the spread was close, but it was an upset to me because Seattle being at home is that significant. So, but at the end of it all, right? At the end of the day got to end. And once we got to the end of the day, Seattle reigned supreme. And they are the best team in the NFL. They are the best team in the NFL. Most complete team, offense, defense, special teams, O-line, D-line. And they've been there all year. And we've tried to, I'll say this for myself. I've tried to ignore the signs of their dominance because we've seen them put up crushing performances to other NFL teams. No matter who it is, we've seen them win by 40, 35 plus. Like we've seen it more occasions than once. And I tried to ignore it. That was just against them. Oh, that team started off bad. Or it was, 2 turnovers to start the game. That's why. No, I tried to ignore the signs. Seattle Seahawks, they're dominant. They're great. The Rams put up everything that they possibly could. And Seattle really, they look like the best team in the NFL. Not that doesn't give them the Super Bowl victory. Just because you're the best team doesn't mean that you walk away with a ring. 2018 New Orleans Saints, best team in the NFL. We didn't get a Super Bowl appearance. We've seen the better team lose before. So that doesn't mean I'm not giving a Super Bowl to the Seahawks. I'm not. But they are the better team. They are. The roster is fire. What Mike McDonald has been able to do thus far is fire. And hats off to mother Sam Darnold. Dog, Sam, listen, bro. What you're doing is inspirational. It's motivational to a lot of people because, yeah, you were a high draft pick, number 3 overall. You were expected to come out the gate and be franchise changing, whatever. Your Sam Darnold's career didn't start that way. Did not start that way. He was being labeled as a bust. So to go from that, changing teams, being a backup. He have 1 year in Minnesota where he balls out of his mind. He goes to Seattle, and when the Seahawks traded Geno Smith, all of the experts talked about how dumb of a move that was for Seattle. That they will never recover from this. You trade away Geno Smith after what he did in Seattle, and Geno was fired in Seattle, no question. They bet on themselves. They bet on their coaching staff. They bet on development. They bet on Sam and Super Bowl berth. So shout out to you, Sam Darnold, being able to battle through the noise of hearing that you're a bust. It's inspirational stuff, what he's been able to do. And he went toe-to-toe with Matt Stafford. It wasn't a case of the defense carried him to the Super Bowl. Kenneth Walker carried him to that. Well, Kenneth Walker was fire, which he is fire. But no, he went toe-to-toe with Matt Stafford. They went big dog versus big dog. And Sam got it done. He got it done. Shout out to him. The thing that made this game, and while I'm very, very clear, the best team won, is this game had a chance to get out of hand. And that was derailed by my little brother, Tariq Woolen. he had made one of the best plays of the game. One of the best plays we've seen in one-on-one coverage against Puka Nacua, who's arguably the best receiver in the league. People put Puka, JSN, Jamar Chase, arguably. He's one-on-one with Puka Nacua. He's been locked down all game. Crossing route, Tariq Woolen almost intercepts the ball on the Rams sideline. Drops the interception. He gets up. And the emotions of that, like, I'm lined up one-on-one with Puka. You guys like that matchup as far as the Rams go. I like me. This is Tariq Woolen's mindset. I like me. He like himself in this matchup. He gets it done. Big third down stop. He gets the stop against Puka. He's losing his goddamn mind. Okay? He's losing his mind. He's out of his body at this moment. And you see him pull the mask off. He's talking. He sees the ref, but he can't see the ref because he's blacked out. He doesn't see anything at this point. Tariq is popping his stuff. He's talking to the Ram sideline, and he is rightfully flagged. Listen, people, I played in the league 12 years. I hate taunting penalties. I hate it. I think we should be allowed to celebrate. It should be allowed to be expressive. Only part of it that I'm good with, like I understand, is guns, like the gun actions and violent actions. Like I'm cool with that being eliminated from the game. That makes sense to me. But when you talking, flexing, you popping your talk, you know what I mean? Like, that's a part of the game. That's a part of the energy. That's a part of what makes it special. But the rules are the rules, and the rules are in place. Tariq Woolen is flagged, as he should have been. Should have been a 15-yard penalty. But that play, that instance, literally change the dynamic of the game. As far as the Seahawks still won, but I think the Seahawks walk away with that game to where it's like, it's very, very clear here who's the best team in the NFC. Very, very clear. If that penalty doesn't happen, they're up 31-20. They get the ball back. The Rams hadn't stopped them yet, so they are marching. That game could have got out of hand. So Tariq Woolen gets the penalty. The Rams get the ball back. First down, double move, Puka Nacua touchdown. It was the perfect storm. It was a terrible storm for Tariq. Those sequence of plays I'm telling you that it don't get no worse than that. So my dog get no worse than that. So he reached a low. He reached an all-time low after an all-time high. This is the crazy part about the NFL. And I want you guys to really, really gather this picture that I'm trying to paint. That you can reach an all-time high, which you think about this. You're one-on-one with Puka Nacua. You get a damn near interception on the sideline. You get them off the field. You're at an all-time high. Like, boom, I just did that for my team. I just did that. We getting the ball back, up 11. And then you reach an all-time low in a matter of seconds. Like, in a matter of seconds, you go from your all-time high, this is your best play yet in your career, to an all-time low in a matter of seconds. You get the 15-yard penalty. You give up a touchdown the next play. The ebbs and flow of a game is insane, people. The emotions, the feelings, the energy, momentum, it is a never-ending pendulum. All-time high, matter of seconds. All-time low, like the worst possible thing that can happen. That's an NFL game, and it's small ebbs and flows, and then it's big ebbs and flows throughout a game every time. So bear with these athletes. Like, it is so much going on in the belly of the arena. Once you're on that field, the energy that's being put out by the fans, everything that's happening on the field, it's fucking overstimulating. My dog blacked out. Can't do that. I talked to him earlier today. He's very, very like remorseful about the penalty. He understands it can't happen and it'll never happen again. All those good things. But his teammates had his back and they got it done. And ultimately because they are the better team. I'm joined now, my good people, by none other than my dog, Nick Underhill. Nick, what's up, my guy?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, my fault. Sorry, chat. Producers, can you turn off my feedback, please? Nick, what's going on, man? Where did you watch the game yesterday? Both games.
Yeah, just at the house, man. Just watch it at the house. What a day! Like, what a day of football. I want your take, man. What do you think about the snow? Like, the snow was a big topic of conversation. People didn't like that the first game kind of stopped at halftime because of the elements, and they want to see clean field, clean game, clean all that stuff. What's your take on it? Like, do you want to play in the elements? Are you a purist, or are you at a point where you want to see just good team on good team? Like, how do you feel about it?
That's interesting, Nick. And I haven't thought about this much. I didn't know this was much of a discussion. So my take is football has been played in the elements. We've seen historic snow games. We've seen the wind in Chicago. We've seen the frozen tundra, Green Bay. Like, we've seen it. It's a part of history and it's part of what the sport is. It's also like not football anymore. At some point, like, you get in certain climates, it's not football anymore. Like, you can't execute a play. So it completely changes everything about the game. So yesterday's game at halftime, after halftime, it was whoever was up. Like, whoever got the most points at this moment will win, because those conditions, the ice, the snow, the wind, you got no chance. I think Will Lutz could have lined up 10 attempts. He may have made 2. Kicking them the exact same way, though. It just depends on where the wind is blowing at the time the wind is blowing. It just was it's a case of, it's football. This is football weather. But as far as like the best product, absolutely not. It was not that. Not even close. Like, that game could have went so many different directions. But
yeah, there's just a lot going on. Like, the snow's coming down, it's going sideways. Like, it's crazy. It's cool when it's enough and you can execute. Like, I grew up in the North. Like, there were a ton of them games, ton of great Brady Manning games. I remember there was a Brady Manning game in like 14 where it was so windy and it went to overtime that Belichick punted to play the field position and ended up winning because of it. Like, I think that's cool when you can still get some stuff done, but like, there was nothing done in that game. And I'm not complaining about it. I would rather have some outside than no outside if it's an all or nothing thing. But it did kind of feel like the game just got chopped down. Like, midway through the third quarter, like it was over. I would have liked to find out more about how Sean was going to be able to execute with Stidham. I don't know that we got that, the full look at it. My feeling was that like maybe it was going to come apart a little bit, but I don't know that the Patriots were going to be able to score enough points. And I feel bad for Sean a little bit too, because this field goal now is this huge conversation, the fourth down play. And I don't think he knew that by 7 minutes left in the third quarter that the game was going to be done. And that 3 points was going to be the thing that decided the game. And it ended up being that kind of, but I don't know if those conversations are being had in like the greatest faith right now either, that hey, he shouldn't have went for it on fourth down. Everybody goes for it on fourth down. I'm not against the idea of like trying to win the game right there, going up by 2 touchdowns, putting the pressure on Drake May, playing defense the rest of the game, and taking your shots while you have them, because hey, who knows how long like Stidham's going to be able to keep doing this, and will he fall apart at some point in the game? But I think if he knew that the snowfall was coming, he probably approaches that a little bit differently.
I think I agree with you on that part. It's like if he had foresight or forecast, whatever. At that time of the game, it's early, it's first quarter, right? When he went for it on that fourth, yeah, it's early. You can't. That doesn't dictate the outcome of the game. It's early. I was on the side of taking the points because you have a backup quarterback, because your defense is what it is. Like, every point, literally every point, is magnified at that point. So I really thought Sean was going to take the points there and just. So I was shocked to see it. I wasn't shocked by the play call because he shows heavy, and New England does a great job in short yardage, very stout in the middle up front. So trying to run downhill, same result. So that you show a heavy set on offense, and you try to attack an edge. They just played it. They didn't play it perfectly. Denver right side of the line messed up the protection. So somebody went the wrong way. I have to go back and see, but somebody went the wrong way. Those two guys that came free should not have came free. Two Broncos ran into each other. I saw that live. Like, I would have to go back and see exactly who that was, but they ran into each other. So two guys come free because it's a run pass option. So Stidham's supposed to get out, nobody's there, and make the flat defender pick between covering the flat or coming up to stop him. But it got destroyed because they messed up the play. I was on the side of taking the points early, as many points as you can possibly get. He went forward. I understand why he went forward. I understood the play call. I would have kicked it.
All I'm saying is I understand the decision, and he looks insane now in hindsight, like just how the whole game played out. I would have took the points too. I think Sean would too. There was the ESPN story. He had a writer in there with him all week for the thing, and he was watching the Bears game with Sean last week, and they went for it. And the story opens where Sean's watching the game. He's like, "Nah, you got to take the points. It's the playoffs." And then in his own game, he didn't. But given how it played out, I think the forecast just changed way more drastically. And I think if they knew how bad it was going to be, maybe he makes a different decision. I would have took the points too. I wouldn't have trusted Jarrett Stidham in that situation, but I think it was more of a coin flip in the moment than it was later on in the game when it's like, damn, like this was a 22-minute game, and he should have taken it there. But it is.
That's true. That's true. I think that Sean really felt like the Patriots couldn't score on them. Like, it was no way that they would score 10 points. Like, that was his thing. From playing offense, from driving down the field, there's no way they can score 10 points on us today. Like, I think he felt that strongly about the defensive game plan, that points, like, we can take these chances because we feel so strongly that their offense can't go from the 8-yard line 92 yards and go get points. That's my opinion, like his thought process. And honestly, they never did. They did not at all. The one thing I spoke about on the set, on Rich Eisen's show, on Jim Rome, on Good Morning Football, one thing that I spoke about is when people kept talking about C.J. Stroud and his performance, the one issue C.J. Stroud had, not missing throws, not bad plays, it's the turnovers. If you don't turn the ball, like if you just take care of the ball, 3 snaps and punt, you got a chance to win. If you turn the ball over, you don't. And that, bro, Stidham, if not for that fumble, we're not sitting here talking about this. And it was so bad. Running backwards, indecisive, just throw the ball away. I don't care if it's intentional grounding, anything but that. Anything but a turnover. Like, literally anything but that. And that was it. That was the income. That was the outcome. That was the outcome of the game. That one fumble changed everything. The Patriots couldn't do nothing on that defense. Nothing.
Sean's gonna have the worst playoff luck in the world, man. It's just like all these games, it's something crazy. Like every single time, like it's never normal. Like he just never goes out normal. It's the Minnesota Miracle. It's the no call. It's
Don't remind me, bro.
It's the snowstorm. It's the broken ankle. Like it's insane just how it goes every single year, man. Like hell of a job by him though to get that team even there and to even have a chance of winning that game with the backup quarterback. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think they had a chance. And like you said, that they very easily could have won that game. He coached his ass off. Like he really did. The way he had him coming out slinging it early, like that surprised the hell out of me. I guess it shouldn't have because Sean's gonna go for it. Like he's gonna live or die, being aggressive and getting them out there. But yeah,
man, it's tough. Stidham executed some things beautifully. Like some things like you couldn't ask him to do better. The deep ball early in the game, the Mims, the touchdown, like some things that you couldn't ask him to do better. He had some misses that like went directly. That was directly a part of the game plan. It was a couple wide receiver screens that their offense needed in order to keep the Patriots honest, in order to stop them from sending a safety from high, in order to stop that, they needed some of these wide receiver screens, and with just not being able to execute that, not being able to make that throw in a position where the receiver can get downhill and like threaten the pursuit. It was one early in the game, Nick, where the play design was so fire, bro. It was 3-by-2. They motioned the guy over, so it's 4 receivers on the left side. Everything tells you receiver screen over here. Everything. It was a receiver screen back to the right. It's a corner left and a safety left. Probably 4 linemen. Dog is wide open. I'm thinking touchdown. And Stidham just missed the throw. Like those screens and small check downs, that changed the entire game plan for the defense. He missed on a few of those.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, man. If Sam Darnold never got drafted by the Jets, how good would we think he is? Do you think it's all?
No, that's fire. Fire. That's a great question. Man, from what he's doing right now, bro, what he did yesterday, and he's done it all playoffs, but yesterday against Matt Stafford, against that Rams defense that at times take the ball away at a very high rate, they get to the quarterback a lot. Bro, he was MVP. Like he went toe to toe with the MVP and outshined him. He did. If he never had a start that he had to his career, we could be talking Sam Darnold MVP. Like every year, he could be in that discussion. Because why not? What is he missing?
Yeah, I mean, last season, regular season was crazy until the last game of the year. This year, start to finish. I mean, I think the only thing holding anyone back going into this game was just the doubt. Like, hey, we haven't really seen this, like, on this stage in these moments. Now he's doing that. Like, what can you take away from him at this point? And that's kind of been the theme of the season, is just these guys on these rehab tours, and like, yeah, Daniel Jones got cut down, but like, just seeing people go and get in the right situation and play better and have that nourishment they need to succeed at that position and to get out of these bad situations and to get the right coaching. Like he's proof positive of that. And there's just nothing to take away from him at this point. And it's a lot of people, man. The Jets are stepping on a lot of people. I think Dante Moore was incredibly smart to go back to college and not come out and be the number 2 pick there. I mean, I think that's got to be part of your consideration. I'm sure more goes into that. The NIL money at Oregon's probably freaking crazy with Phil Knight trying to buy a title and all this stuff. But yeah, man, Darnold, if he's never there, like he's probably really one of them guys. And it's time to take, obviously. I mean, he's going to the freaking Super Bowl, but like the asterisk's got to be off that.
Oh, no question. No more acts, no more questions. He's clear. He's clear. Man. Side note, Nick. I really want Aaron Glenn to get a fair shot in New York. And I know the history, you know what I mean? Like Dante Moore going back to college because of the Jets picking to it. Like you say, it's more to it than that. But man, I really hope Aaron Glenn gets a fair shot. I think he has everything that it takes to turn a franchise around. What Dan Campbell did in Detroit was beautiful. Like it's been historic. It's been a historic change of a franchise. They're viewed differently. He doesn't do that without Aaron Glenn. That change doesn't happen. The franchise change doesn't happen without Aaron Glenn. And I think Aaron Glenn has everything that it takes to do the same thing in New York. It's just if he'll get the opportunity to do so.
I don't think it matters who they hire, who they have in place. Like they can go through their it starts at the top. I feel like if you don't have the right organizational structure, starting with ownership, I don't think anyone has a chance. And I think it's kind of the same thing in Cleveland right now. They're going through this process and people are dropping out, and it's just like they can hire whoever they want, but if you don't have your team run the right way from the top down, like it doesn't matter. And the Jets are worse at that than anywhere. They had that story last year about Woody Johnson and his kids and how they're going through and judging their moves off of Madden ratings and vetoing trades based off internet feedback and just all this stuff. Like you can't win like that. You can't win like that. I wish AG wouldn't have taken that job, to be honest. Maybe he overcomes it. I get why he wants to be there. If you're the guy that turns around the Jets, like, man, you're a legend, and he played there, and he, I'm sure he feels like he has the ability to get through the mess. Like you said, I hope he just gets the chance to finish the mission, because yeah, I think if anyone can do it, and if anyone's strong-willed enough to deal with the noise and the media and the owner, and be able to communicate what they're doing and why and all this stuff, like I think AG has all them skills to go through it, and I think he's a strong enough personality to hold his ground in places where he needs to hold his ground against an owner like that. But yeah, they got to give him the time to do it and be realistic about how long it's going to take. And I hope he gets a fair shake, man. I really do.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's talk about this NFC matchup. Well, not necessarily an NFC matchup, but the Seattle Seahawks coming out of the NFC. You think they get it done?
Oh man, they look like a juggernaut right now. Yeah, I gotta go Seahawks for sure. I think Kubiak might be coaching. I'm not saying he's the best offensive coach in the NFL, but I think over the last handful of weeks, he's been the best offensive coach in the NFL. Like he's on a heater, man. He's someone that someone needs to hire him and let him do his thing and see what it looks like. And maybe he ends up being one of these guys, maybe Vegas or something like that. I think it would make a lot of sense. Yeah. I think they're going to be hard to beat, man. I think they're going to be hard to beat. Weirdly enough, I think, Charbonnet getting banged up makes him lean into Kenneth Walker more, which I think is a good thing. Like,
blessing in disguise.
Yeah, man. Let the good back get the carries. Like, just do it. Lean into it. I mean, their weapons are unbelievable. JSN is probably a top 4 receiver. Shaheed has come to life. That was an outstanding trade for them. And then that defense is it's unbelievable. Like, top to bottom. It just feels like they got guys behind guys. Like it's crazy. Yeah, I don't see how the Patriots beat them, man. I like Drake May. I think Vrabel's an amazing coach. I just I don't think they're ready to get that job done in Seattle. It just looks like they are.
Yeah. No, everything that you just said, Nick, it makes too much sense. Like it makes too much sense, which is why I think this game will turn out a way that we don't anticipate. Not saying that the Patriots will sneak and get the win, but I think we'll be surprised by the Patriots' response, because they are being counted out. They are. Like a lot of people still pick Denver, even though the Broncos had the backup quarterback. They took that personal. Like, you can hear a lot of the D linemen, Milton Williams, talking about he don't care that they the number 1 O-line, and none of that. You know what I mean? Like, they took that stuff personal. That noise will be even louder these next 2 weeks, because the way the Seattle Seahawks have looked, they're on a 10-game win streak, whatever. Because of all of that, these people are going to hear they have no chance for 2 weeks. That does something to a team. We still got a ways to go. I got the Seahawks. I just think they're the best team in the NFL, even though that doesn't mean that you walk away with a championship. Because the one thing that the Patriots are doing, regardless of who the quarterback is, they're creating turnovers. They're putting that offense in short field. So we've seen times where Sam Darnold have 4 picks. We've seen the running backs put the ball on the floor. The Patriots are feeding off that, like feasting off of that alone. So that makes it more of a discussion to me.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. They're getting them turnovers. We probably don't talk about their front enough either. Like, they've been really good throughout the playoffs, getting pressure and all that stuff. Like, they've been outstanding. I think you could speak on this better than me, and maybe I'm crazy, but like I think they got to figure out how to get Will Campbell back on track too. Like, these last couple games, man, like, it just kind of he's looked a little bit shaky to me, and it kind of felt like Denver was attacking him a bit in this game, and successfully. And they got too many pass rushers in Seattle and just too many ways to attack. I mean, they got to have a good plan there. And look, I thought he was, solid all year, but like these last few games, like I just feel like it's kind of been something that people have been going at a little bit.
Yeah, no, he's struggled. He's struggled. He's faced some of the best in the league. Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, Nick Bonito, You know what I mean? Like he's had his fair share, but you want to objective to keep the quarterback clean, no matter what. And he's had his struggles since he's come back from injury. And then you start giving up some hits. You give up a sack or two. It's the mental game of it now. Like physically, Will Campbell can do everything that needs to be done. It's just that mental side of it, getting off the ball in the right time, proper technique, going out to fight. So now you see him getting false starts. He's trying to cut, missing cuts. That's hits on the quarterback. Like it's a confidence thing, and I think Vrabel will be the guy that he's a whisperer. You know what I mean? I think he'll be able to get the most out of him. He'll be ready. Will Campbell will be ready for this game. They're going to come after him, no question. Seattle got a gauntlet of rushers. Like they 5-6 deep on the edge alone. Insane. So they're going to come after him. It's for Will Campbell. It's about his confidence, though, bro. Believing that he's the best player out there. Not even best lineman, the best player out there. You go out there and execute. Get the job done. Keep your quarterback clean. Get a championship. So, no more motivation needed than that.
You're right. Like Vrabel will get them. They'll have them ready. Like they'll have a plan for it. Man, the most fire thing I've seen the whole entire weekend, I think, was that end the first half. Drake May sliding, and I'm getting the timeout with 1 second. Like they didn't hit that field goal, but like the level of preparation to have your second year quarterback just to have that awareness is. That man can coach, man. That man can
coach.
I can't believe like the league let him sit out for a year and like nobody hired him right off rip. Like Atlanta passed on him. It's crazy. He's good. He's a real deal.
No question about it, bro. The situational football, and that's what it comes down to. The great teams are great in situational football. 2-minute drives, the 4-minute offense, like need to stop, the gotta have it moments. They're just excellent in that. And Vrabel, after being with Belichick and the way he's been a wizard of situational football, he's the same way. Like literally, that slide timeout combo was like, that's a prepared team. Like that's a team that's aware. They're aware of everything. They're not here to beat themselves. That's the best thing the Patriots have done, bro. They have not beat themselves. Like very, very rarely you see them off their game. You're gonna see a ready team, a ready product every time, and it equates to a lot of wins, a lot of success. It sounds simple. It's not. It's not that simple to get 53 guys on the same page all the time. Like it's not. But when you have that, you're really good, bro. You don't have to have names everywhere. You're a fire team.
I can't believe they're back there already, man. And it just goes back to that point.
I hate it.
From the top down, just they're just run great. They got good ownership. They got smart people up there. They're shrewd when they need to be shrewd. They're patient when they need to be patient. This is the third combination under Robert Kraft, head coach and quarterback, that's gotten them to the Super Bowl. Like it's insane. Like just there's 4 teams that have never, I think, even been to the Super Bowl, and he's gotten there 3 times with 3 different combos. And I mean, man, Brady, when was the last year? It was 2019, and it's 2 years removed from Belichick, and they're already back in the freaking Super Bowl, man. Like I can't believe it. A 4-win team, the turnaround. I mean, it's just it's unbelievable that they're back and they're this good. And man, the quarterback's that young, and the coach isn't old. Like it just seems like they're gonna be around for a long time, man.
They will, man. Drake May is the real deal. He didn't do much yesterday except for situationally. It's third down. We need a first down, and you go get it. You know what I mean? Like that's elite. That's elite play. That is. It's just he didn't light up the stat sheet at all. I don't even remember his stat line from yesterday.
Yards, man, and maybe 50 rushing or something like that. Like it wasn't much, but it was full enough. Like yeah, he wanna. Sometimes you got to win ugly. He won ugly. Like, and didn't care. He just got it done. Yeah, man. He didn't make mistakes and landed the counter punches when he needed to. And sometimes that's enough.
Man. Any news coming out of the New Orleans camp right now in the offseason?
Not really. Senior Bowl starts. They're up there. Joel Thomas is the coach for one of the teams. They got a bunch of their guys on it, but that's really it right now. It's just kind of in that wait and see pattern with some of the free agents and stuff like that. You'll know before us when they sign the big guy, and that's kind of the first big domino to fall on the offseason, just to see what Cam's doing. But yeah, it's him. Nothing really new on Olave on the negotiation front. I checked on that yesterday. It's just kind of kind of, I think that one's going to slow play, and that's going to be a mega contract. And historically, that's always been like Alvin or Marshawn or Mike is holding out the first week of camp or the first week of the season, and then it gets done. I think it'll probably follow that same pattern, probably closer to the season.
What about Alontae Taylor, his situation? You think that gets done?
I'm gonna say this, and like I'm not saying it because I'm reporting something or I know something. It just that last day in there on the exit day, the exit interview day, and the days leading into that last game, it kind of felt like you were watching and listening and interacting in a goodbye, in a way. And it kind of, I would be a little bit more surprised if he ends up back. I think they should want him back. I just think he's probably going to go out there and, hey man, you played through all this and you bet on yourself. You didn't sign the contract before the season. I think he's probably at the point where he owes it to himself and, his family. He's having a kid. I think he owes it to all them to go out there and just see what the market is before agreeing to what it is here. Maybe it ends up coming back. It's like that sometimes. Hey, go out and see what's out there and let us know before you do anything. And maybe that happens and he comes back. But if I was Alontae, I would advise him to do that because I think, there's just going to be more money on the market than there is if you agree today, right here.
I agree.
And, I don't know that this is hands down, it's not a team that just won 12 games. Like everything's positive here, but I think, maybe there's a better situation out there too. So I think he owes it to himself to explore it and see what's out there. But, they were going to trade him to the Colts at the deadline, and then the Sauce Gardner thing happened. They withdrew that, the offer for Alontae, but that I thought he was out of here then, and it just, it turned, and he's still here. I think they're a better team with him than without him, but I'd be surprised if that gets done before free agency.
Yeah, he's played really well, man. It'll be interesting to see what his price tag is when free agency opens. He's played.
It's like both positions too. Like do you pay him as a slot, or do you add value to it because he plays on the outside as well? Like it's just even hard to gauge where to pay him, and sometimes the market can help clarify that. And yeah, I mean, like maybe he goes out and finds out that like, hey, look, the Saints had the best offer, and I'm going to go back and take that, or maybe the Saints figure out they got to up it a little bit. But I think he's just unique in that sense of like, I think it's hard to know like what the comp is to pay him because there's only 4 or 5 slot guys that move into the slot and play outside. Like there aren't a lot of people that do both, and he does both.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's gonna be interesting. I think that is a key part of the team as they're building that new look Saints. Nick, I greatly appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining the set yet again.
Sir, thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah, take it easy, man.
Nick Underhill, yet again, everyone. Always appreciate Nick joining, giving us that insight. So, we covered a lot there. I covered a lot there with Nick, discussing the 2 games and the flow of both games, how Seattle looks like a juggernaut. Too much to handle right now for anybody. And to that point, I would say again, I think the Patriots, as prideful as they can be, and a history of winning, Belichick, Vrabel as a player under Belichick, winning championships, they know that it's not necessarily like the best man wins. It's not. Any given Sunday is the phrase. Not best man wins, because the best team doesn't always win in the NFL. Like more often than not, the best team don't win in the NFL. In the NBA, yes, 7-game series. In the MLB, yes, 7-game series. In the NHL, 7-game series. In the NFL, it's sudden death. It's 1 of 1. You get one chance for 60 minutes to go get a Super Bowl. And that's the difference. It's not the best team that wins in the NFL. It's just So with that, I think the Patriots and everything that they stand for, they'll be ready, man. This game won't go like a lot of people is gonna tell you is gonna go. That the Seahawks are just too much. They got guys here and there, and they can do this at will, and they can facts. These are facts. But once that kickoff happens on Sunday, it's any it's anybody's ball. It's up for grabs. Again, I think the Seahawks get it done. I'll even get my score prediction pretty soon on another show. But we're primed for a fire Super Bowl. I think this one is going to be one of the ones. The last Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl that we got. Think about that. think about that. The last Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl. Think about that. On the 1 yard line, Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. We throw the ball, Malcolm Butler, interception, history. History is made. So that's it's a lot to think about. I'm seeing if Cam Wolf will be able to. He's wrapping up NFL Network right now, and we'll join the set really quick. I want to get his analysis on the AFC Championship. He was there. He was able to talk to Stephon Diggs after the game. He was able to talk to Cardi B after the game. So just want to get his insight on that and those moments. Stephon Diggs, after everything he's been through coming back from ACL surgery, a lot of people counted him out, said he was washed, and then he go to the Patriots, and now he's in the Super Bowl. So definitely want to get Cameron Wolf's take on that. Before he joins, I have some more news for you guys. I have an episode of the set dropping with Ty Gurley, my good people. Since I've been out here in California, I linked up with Ty Gurley in LA. We sat down for an episode of the set, and it's fire. The conversation is fire. I asked him, I flat out asked him, 2018 no call, Saints versus the Rams, when they didn't call a pass interference in the flat. I asked him, was it pass interference? We've been removed. We're both retired from the league. We both have nothing to lose here, people, or nothing to gain here. But I asked him flat out, do you think that the 2018 no call was a pass interference, was supposed to be called pass interference? I flat out asked him. He gave me his response. So be ready. Plan on dropping that episode on Thursday with Ty Gurley. So we want to keep the same cadence, Mondays and Thursdays. Also, I'll be going out of the country on this Thursday. So I'll be leaving out. So I will not be live next Monday. I should have enough conversations and episodes to drop on Monday and Thursday, but we will not be live next Monday. But the set will still be rocking and rolling, uploading you with content. Now, I am joined by the ever so busy, my guy, Cam Wolf. What's up, my brother?
Good, brother. How you feeling?
All good, man. I'm all good, bro. All good. I'm stuck in California. Been trying to get back to Dallas for a couple days.
Yep.
And my flight tonight that was supposed to leave at 7 p.m. Pacific time was just canceled. So
That's the worst.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking. You see that cancellation. You worried about it because you got the delays here, and it's like, nah.
I'm
stuck
stuck.
the other night.
It's all right though. I'm in my dog Marcus Williams' house. It's cool. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. So, Cam, I know you're busy, man. I don't want to keep you long. I just want to get your input and insight. I saw your interview with Stephon Diggs after the game. Mm-hmm. Can you just talk us through the energy in the stadium first, and then just getting his real and raw emotions in that moment?
Well, I'll tell you this. I've never seen a weather dynamic change like it did in the second half. I'll
That
tell
was
you this. It
crazy.
was it was cold and sunny in the first half. It was overcast, snowing sideways. A complete different day in the second half, and you saw the offenses just kind of bunker down and say, "Let's just not make a mistake. We're just gonna run the ball
Yeah.
3 times and just try not to make a mistake." And the Patriots handled that better, and they just seemed like they were the tougher team at the end. Drake May with the little scramble at the end, from what I understood, and I'm curious your perspective of this, TA. He went into the huddle, told the entire huddle, "We're gonna run a zone right to the right side of the line." Ended up keeping the naked bootlet himself. He's the only one in the huddle that knew that.
Yeah.
Got the first down himself. He wanted to sell the fake, and the only way he thought he could sell it was that. And it was just enough. It was just enough for the Patriots offense. And so that was the first takeaway for me there. The second thing, I've never seen the rawness of emotion that I had in that Stephon Diggs interview. He was
Wow.
crying when he started, and he just broke down throughout it. And I
Wow.
every time I brought him the moments of his life, I could just feel his soul just kind of take himself back there. I brought him back to the AFC Championship game when he lost with the Bills and he stood outside. We all remember that picture
Yeah.
of him
Yeah.
watching celebrate. He broke down crying, talking about the journey. He talked about the rehab getting through the knee. You know this, TA. People don't know the hard elements of coming back. He talked about
Tough,
being
man.
31 years old. People thought he was washed. And I could just feel it all coming up in that moment, and I just wanted to allow his emotions to come alive. Like, this is
Wow.
your platform to just kind of tell people what all you've been keeping in. And so that was a really cool moment for me. And then I got to talk with Cardi B a little after. And so it was just a fun day, just kind of seeing the Patriots, who no one believed in, realize this dream.
No, for sure. And great job by you too, man, to open up that door and then allow him the runway to really just walk through his journey in real time. That was incredible job reporting by you, Cam, for
Thank you.
sure.
Appreciate you, TA. I wanted to
With,
ask you briefly though, have you had a situation that I mentioned with Drake where your quarterback has told you or the group a different play? Like, how unique is that? No, that's
yeah,
downstairs.
Cam,
Downstairs.
you got the babies.
Yeah, my princess is here. She wants to say hi.
Hello, hello.
All
Say
right.
say hello
Appreciate
to the set.
it. Hello, it's her.
Cam, I can't necessarily recall an exact play or
Yeah.
exact moment, but all that is telling me that's somebody that's super aware, like very very much in tune with situational football, and we've seen this in spots from Drake May throughout the year, like the head coach reflection of his preparation and understanding of situational football. Me and Nick Underhill just talked about the moment where he scrambled before halftime, slid, and got the timeout. Like they missed the field goal, but that's championship football. That's high level of awareness that you see from guys that's 10 years in, 12 years in. You don't necessarily see that from a guy that's year two. So this situation where he wants the best possible sale, like the best possible fake that you can get. The only way to get that is you make everybody think it's real, even your own team.
Yeah.
So that's just high level awareness, bro. That's football IQ. That's MVP play. And it was his best play of the game, best play of the postseason so far. That's stiff for him to get that first down because if he gets a yard short, that changes.
Yeah,
Denver
they
gets
got to
another
pump the
chance.
ball away. Jared Stidham's gonna have at least a minute and a half, and maybe he doesn't do it, but at least he's got the chance. And
For
so
sure.
the
For sure.
situational football element is key. Mike Vrabel may be the best head coach in football at that particular element of how we control the clock. So it was cool to see that in real time.
No question. No question. Excellent at that. I got one more for you, Cam, with Cardi B. And you can see the excitement from her. She's newer to football. I know she says she's been watching sports or whatever, but to have it from this lens, is this like the new Taylor Swift movement and she's bringing her fan base to the NFL? But how was that conversation with her? How was her energy as you talked to her post game?
Yeah, it definitely feels like that, right? It feels like the Taylor Swift moment for a different audience. Obviously,
Yeah, yeah,
Taylor's
yeah,
got a
yeah.
different audience than,
Facts.
than Cardi, but I think it was so cool because I did the interview. I asked her, and I think that she saw me interview Steph, and she saw maybe the care that I had with Steph.
Yeah.
And that might have been just kind of from my understanding of talking to her, talking to people around her,
No
why
question.
she felt comfortable there, because she told other people no. And so first I was appreciative. And then second, I was like, okay, what are the right questions for this moment? Because hey, you're talking to Cardi B, everything goes through your mind. Like, ask this. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is the Patriots moment. I want to keep this around Steph, the Patriots, and the journey, and like getting her perspective of like seeing Steph go through the rehab, because your significant others see a different side of it than everybody else does, and then having her kind of explain her journey as being a football girly, and then seeing the reaction earlier after. You know, I posted
Yeah.
on social media, it goes viral. I got a bunch of Cardi fans that are now saying we're gonna watch the Super Bowl. You know,
Let's go.
fans. So it's almost like the Taylor Swift epidemic, where you get a whole bunch of women of fans of Cardi who are not necessarily fans of football, who now that they see her care, because she was intelligent, like she was through the interview, she was explaining the process, explaining.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I heard.
Like
I
she
heard.
really spent time educating herself, or Steph helping her educate about the game, and I love that, because more women, in being in football and learning football and talking football is good for the sport. So that's what I'm excited for. From what I understand, she's going to be at the Super Bowl, and so maybe there's another moment in the Super Bowl as she maybe if the Patriots wins, talking about a Super Bowl victory. So one
Yeah.
of the coolest moments of the year for me personally,
Oh, that
and
was fire.
I appreciate that people saw it, because my worry was like, hey, people gonna say this is not football. Like, why are you talking to Cardi in this moment? But I think people understood why she was there, why it was important to
Yeah.
talk to her, especially after Steph, and she was great.
No, no question. No, it was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Great. Like I say, great job for reporting. You was on fire yesterday, balling. You was
Appreciate you,
balling,
brother.
bro.
Appreciate you,
No,
brother.
that was fire, man. Cam, I'm gonna let you get on to those babies, man. I appreciate you joining the set.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. It's Cameron Wolf, NFL Network. Everyone, he was at the game at the AFC Championship yesterday. If you haven't seen it yet, man, check out that post game interview between Cam Wolf and Stephon Diggs. He really allowed Stephon Diggs to express his emotions, talk about his journey, talk about his story. He was crying like a baby the whole time. But look, you going to the Super Bowl. He's been counted out, told that he can't do X, Y, and Z, that he was washed up and all those things. And boom, you going to the big dance. So shout out to Stephon Diggs. Salute to him and his continued journey as fire. And then he got a moment to interview Cardi B. And Cam has a way of making people feel comfortable and having that, you know what I mean, that Cardi felt compelled to interview with him when I'm sure she was turning down interviews left and right, you know what I mean, they're going to the Super Bowl. But it was great to get her perspective and how she's been going through this journey with Stephon Diggs at every game, on the field. She's there, she's active. So I'm all for it, man. Anytime we can bring new fan bases, new eyes to the sport, to this beautiful game, it's important. And as the game is going global, and more teams and more people are getting a chance to see it overseas, from Madrid, Spain, and France, and all these other places, it's great to get the more women from here at home in our homeland, to get them more involved and educated in the game, to know what's going on, and not picking teams because they like the colors, but they see people like actively getting active out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's fire. It's fire. Hey, we had to make do with what we had, and here we are at the end of the set. This was fire. This was great. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything that I just like really wanted to share with you guys. I told you that the episode with Todd Gurley will be dropping really soon. It's a fire conversation. Talked about everything. Do you guys know that Todd Gurley was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, like 6,800 some yards, 70 some touchdowns. He did that in 6 years. Todd Gurley played in the NFL for 6 years. Bro, when you talk about like legendary, Todd Gurley, man, his career it's not talked about like it's not talked about enough. Dude was special. If it wasn't for the knee and anything else that took him away from the game, like we talking about one of the greatest we've ever seen. All those stats I just named down, that was in 6 years. Like, it's different, bro. That's different. So be on the lookout for that episode. It's a fire conversation. Get a chance to hear if he is willing to admit, or however he feel. When I asked 2018 no call, was that pass interference? I asked him. So I won't spoil it. I'll let you watch for yourself when we drop that interview on the set. Super Bowl, I'll give a quick Super Bowl recap or preview before I get out of here and let you guys go. Again, I will be traveling on Thursday, so I will not be live next Monday, but the content going to keep rolling. We got some fire interviews set up, and I talked about the Super Bowl already, how I think this game plays out. I think it's a lot closer than people anticipate. The majority of people are going to have the Seahawks winning in a landslide. I don't see that happening in a landslide. I see the Seahawks pulling out a win. I do. I think they're the best team in the league. They'll be prepared. They got enough playmakers to get it done. The Patriots will be prepared. Their coaching staff is fired. They'll have a game plan, like scientifically put together for them to go get a Super Bowl. I just think the Seahawks are they're rolling. They got everything going exactly how it needs to be to get it done. Hopefully I can get Tariq Woolen on this week before I head out of town so we can get his talk about the taunting penalty and how he responded and the conversation on the sideline, because he played really well all the way up until that point. And even after that, to finish the game, he played really well. So hopefully we can get him on. But the X factor for each team for the Super Bowl, I'll go Rashid Shaheed in Seattle. Shaheed just finds ways to make big plays, game-changing plays. He's explosive, dynamic. He's like Dante Hall, Devin Hester mixed with a little reek. He's Rashid Shaheed. He's the X factor on that side. For the Patriots, I see the X factor being I'm going to say Stephon Diggs because I think Drake May, he won't be able to get out of this game with 82 yards and a win. Seattle's offense presents enough challenges that they're going to be able to put up some points on that Patriots defense. Drake May will have to have somebody that he just feels very comfortable that if he target, it's a completion. And Stephon Diggs has been that. He's been the epitome of that. Like, he's been the poster child of that. I got it. If you get targeted, it needs to be a completion. That's what he does. And I think with all of the DBs that Seattle has, he's the one guy that can create separation, make timely catches, first downs, things of that nature. So I got Stephon Diggs as the X factor for the Patriots. And I have Rashid Shaheed as the X factor for the Seahawks. My final score prediction for the Super Bowl, I don't even know which number this is, but for the Super Bowl, I got the Seattle Seahawks 27-21. I got the Seahawks 27-21. They get the W. Super Bowl MVP, none other than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold. I don't think he lights up the scoreboard like he did yesterday. I don't think he lights up the stat sheet the same way he did yesterday against the Rams. I think this will be a different story, but he will have some timely throws, some touchdowns, and he'll even run for a touchdown. I'll go that far. He'll run for a touchdown. So I got Sam Darnold, Super Bowl MVP. We got some other fun questions. How we doing on time? I need to get you guys out of here. No, I think we're good. Yeah. We are 2 weeks away from Super Bowl Sunday. My first season out of the league. It's been a joy. It's been incredible. I appreciate all of you who's joined the set for one episode, or if you're here weekly, or you're catching twice a week, whatever. Like I greatly appreciate it. If you're a subscriber here, if you have ever viewed anything, shared, comment, like I greatly appreciate you. Continue to share your feedback. Let me know how I'm doing. I'll continue to tell you I'm coachable. I'm coachable. So we find ways to make this show as great as possible. And we're doing that. We're working. We're working. Show is growing. 20,000 subscribers coming really soon. Maybe even before I get back in town. But got a giveaway happening. Make sure you follow The Set Show on all socials. Please make sure you're following The Set Show on all socials for all the updates, especially while I'm away. We'll keep running, pushing out the fire content, exclusives. You know what I mean? First time hearing a lot of different things, a lot of insight here at The Set. Shout out to the members of the Quick Set. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep stacking. Super Bowl Sunday is coming up. Super excited for it. I'll let you all go. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Set. It's T Stead. I'm out.